Welcome to SubLasso. SubLasso is a simple, flexible substitute management system designed for schools. Whether your school has one person coordinating all substitute requests or multiple coordinators across divisions, SubLasso helps keep everything and everyone organized in one place. Teachers can submit requests, coordinators can review and approve jobs, and substitutes can respond quickly through text or email. The goal is simple: make finding, assigning, and communicating with substitutes faster, easier, and more reliable. Every school handles substitute coverage a little differently, and SubLasso is built to support that flexibility. Some schools may use a single sub-coordinator to manage all requests. Others may assign coordinators by division, such as preschool, middle school, upper school, or after school. SubLasso can also support teacher-to-sub communication, where teachers help connect directly with available substitutes. And for schools that rely on internal coverage, SubLasso can help manage teacher-to-teacher coverage as well. No matter how your school finds coverage, SubLasso gives you options that fit your school's workflow. The process begins when a teacher or coordinator creates a request. Once the request is submitted, notifications can be sent to the appropriate coordinator or team. The coordinator can then review the request, approve it, and send job invitations to substitutes by text or email. Substitutes receive a simple link where they can accept or decline the job without needing to log in. From there, the school can track responses, confirm coverage, and keep everyone informed. SubLasso also includes many additional tools, including a sub-roster, reminders, task checklists, lesson plans, attendance, a browsable job board, a substitute portal, messaging, reports, automated emails, calendar feeds, scheduling templates, and Google and Entra ID single sign-on, and much, much more. The result is a much smoother process from request to coverage. Let me give you a quick overview and demo in the platform. SubLasso works like this. I've logged into my coordinator dashboard, and I can view the pipeline of where things stand. I can see any inquiries that have come in from teachers, anyone that I'm following up with to make sure I understand their sub-request needs, all the current active jobs, and all the jobs that have been completed that are in the past. If I scroll down, I can see what's happening today. I can even see a calendar view of all my subs and where I need coverage. If it's red, I need a sub. I can even see additional reminders and messages from my staff below. It all starts really with the roster. So if I go to the roster here, I can see all my subs and I can tag them by their specialty. So I can see my subs that are like to do the upper school, middle school, maybe my preschool subs, or maybe it's an internal teacher and I want to mark them based on what period or block they are free. So I can mark them as having a specialty of maybe the D block or B block. You can make your own specialties. I can make sure they're active. I can also see if they have entered and have available future availability marked in the system. So you can ask your subs to mark when they are or are not available, and that will help the conflict awareness feature in the system. I can also see my really fast replying subs, and I can see how many they've accepted or declined in the last 30 days. So there's the roster. If I hop back to the dashboard, I can once again see everything that's going on. And it kind of works like this. I could turn this job, this request into a job. So if I click into it, I can see it's a test job that I've created. It's a job for the middle school on September 9th. Again, I can pop forward and I can see what's going on in September, or I could just go ahead and make this into a job. So I'm going to create this as an actual job in the system. I can assign it to a teacher, or I can just put it under my name if I wanted to. I can decide, since it's a middle school job, I can select a template that we've created for the middle school. Middle school basically either has mornings or full day subs. You can create your own templates and they specify the location and the times for those particular sub job days. So I'm going to choose a full day. I'm going to put it on the 21st and 22nd. So we're going to have two jobs that go from 8:30 to 3:30 for the middle school on both days. I can see more inquiry information below if I needed to. I'll make this a sub job, and if I have my auto invite favorites on, this one button click will send invitations to these favorite subs that I have marked in my roster. I can quickly see that Cinder and Eric here have green availability on these dates, and that simply means that they have put in future availability, that they are available that day. If there were any conflicts or problems, or maybe some of these subs had already accepted um, jobs on other days, they would indicate by the color of the day um, what was going on with them. I can look at the key here and you can kind of get an indication of what else is available. So either they're not available or they've already declined a job that they were offered earlier, maybe in the week. And so I can kind of get a sense of my sub availability. So I'm going to go ahead and send these out. When I click generate an invite, it's going to send an email and text message to all these subs where they just have to accept or decline. I want to cancel that auto invite feature and make this a job that doesn't have subs invited yet. So once it gets created, I can say I have 2 days here, times, locations. I can change that if I needed to. So I could override it and say this day's a little short. We can go to 3. I can see there's a lesson plan and timeline or logistics for the class that could be used. This can be turned off if you didn't want to use it. And I can again see additional information about the day. I'm going to go right to invitations because that's really where the magic happens. I can come in here and choose to actually assign a sub if I needed to. Maybe one's in the office and I want to just assign it to them. Or if I want to send them an invitation where they get to choose and accept or decline, I can choose to invite them. I can invite for a single day. Notice we have 2 days here because this is a 2-day sub job. I can send an invitation for both days or just one day. I'm going to go ahead and prepare an invitation for both days. So I'm going to click send invitations. It's going to open up my roster of all my subs. I can see that Eric here already has a conflict on that day. He's marked availability, but he has a conflict. I can pop in here and see what that conflict is. He's already subbing that day. So I can ignore Eric. I can actually filter him out, filter out the conflicts. And I can say, you know, we're going to invite these subs here. All right. So once they're selected, I come over and say, we're going to invite you guys. If I needed to put in how much they're getting paid or payment information, that could be a feature that you turn on. Right now, that is off. So any sub that receives this invitation, and we've got 5 subs selected here. If they receive an invitation, they have to accept it for both days. It's a request that we want the same sub on both days. I can let them choose partial acceptance, where they can choose either or day, and we can fill the slots individually if we needed to. So I'm going to go ahead and send that out as a full acceptance coverage, and it just went out as an email and a text. And I can keep a look on who has viewed these jobs and who has accepted or declined under the pending pile. So if I go to pending, I can see all my subs that I've invited, if they've viewed it yet, when they last viewed it, and if they say, hey, I didn't get that invitation, I can resend it to them, or I can prevent them from clicking into it and accepting it at all if I needed to by canceling their invitation. Now only 4 subs can respond, and whoever responds first gets the job. All the others will see a message when they click in that the job has already been taken. There is a browsable job board that you can let your subs view if you want to allow them to, and you can turn on certain subs for that feature. But we find it's best to send out the invitations as a text message. They simply get a link that they accept or decline, and there's no app for them to have to log into. There is a free personal login that they can create that allows them to go view their jobs and see what's coming up, but it's not something they have to use. Matter of fact, onboarding for your subs is super easy because there's nothing for them to do. They just simply get a text message with an accept or decline with the details, and when they accept it, they will get a confirmation email that they've got the job, and your coordinator as well will get an email and a text message that that certain sub just accepted the job. A little more detail here, I can click in and see exactly what's going on, what positions remain for each of these days. So I'll just go send out some more jobs for this particular need. And I think this was another example. Here's a 4-day need. So I'm going to click into invitations. I can see here that this one was a little interesting. I needed 2 subs in this particular classroom, so I added 2 slots. And so I can see again very quickly who is available, who's already got a pending invitation out there for maybe another job, and maybe someone's walking through the office, so I can just assign it right to Bob here and put him in that slot. Maybe I need to send out invitations for the remaining slots. I just go right to my prepare invitations. And because this job is in the past or coming up today, actually, I've got it set so that I can't send out invitations on the day of if the day has already started. And these are features that you can turn on or off. So that gives you an idea of what SubLasso does as a very high-level overview. There are lots of other features that I can show you and talk to you about on a full demo. But if you have any questions or thoughts, please let us know.